Hello everyone, welcome back to Gossip Star Vibe. Remy Ma just ruined her career, and now she's standing outside Papoose's house in a hoodie, barefaced, sobbing as if her world has collapsed. The same woman who once made the internet kneel, who preached loyalty from every stage, who boasted about being the blueprint for ride-or-die relationships, has officially lost her way. So what went wrong? Oh, just a little thing called a full-blown betrayal. We're talking secret meetings, suspicious messages, and footage that supposedly shows Remy sneaking out of a Brooklyn hotel at 3 a.m. with a man who is definitely not her husband. And let's just say, Papoose learned the hard way. Now, the internet is on fire, fans are picking sides, and Remy, she's scrambling to do damage control like her life depends on it. Did she ruin everything for one night of passion? Or was this the plan all along? Because sources say, this isn't the first time. She's been dodging rumors, losing endorsements, and burning bridges faster than she can post a Notes app apology. So, we have to ask, is Remy Ma the victim of her own choices, or just a skilled manipulator who finally got exposed? This is Remy Ma destroyed her own life, now begging Papoose to forgive her? Let's break it down. Let's rewind. For over a decade, Remy Ma and Papoose were the blueprint. They weren't just a couple. They were a movement, a power duo that stood strong through prison sentences, industry politics, and countless fake friends trying to drive a wedge between them. Every anniversary post, every red carpet kiss, every freestyle shouting out, "My husband," had fans convinced this was black love at its finest. But behind that polished Instagram filter, cracks were already showing. It started quietly. Whispers in the Bronx about Remy being seen with industry folks a little too often. Studio sessions that stretched until 4 a.m., but produced no music. And then the rumors. Soft at first, but gaining strength every week. Remy's been acting different, said one former stylist anonymously. Her vibe changed. She was showing up late, demanding NDAs, and keeping a second phone. That's when I knew. Something was off. And something was off. Because while Papoose was at home, taking care of the kids, promoting her projects, and staying booked with battle rap events, Remy was out. Not in a securing the bag way. More like playing with fire type of out. Now let's be clear. This isn't just about cheating rumors. This is about Remy Ma making the one mistake she swore she'd never make. Putting herself before the man who built her up from nothing. Remember 2008, when she went to prison for shooting a former friend? Who stood by her through it all? Papoose. Who married her behind bars? Papoose. Who patiently waited, turned down offers, and stayed loyal when the world told him to move on? Again. Papoose. So, you'd think that level of loyalty would at least earn a sliver of respect in return. But nope. According to leaked DMs, secret videos, and a bombshell voice memo that just dropped online, Remy Ma was out here treating Papoose like a placeholder. Like the safe spot she could return to after she finished running wild with industry connections. And here's where things get messy. One video, yes, we're talking real footage, shows Remy leaving a modest boutique hotel in Brooklyn. Not a fancy spot, not a place you bring your manager for a business meeting. No, this was the type of hotel where privacy is guaranteed. She's dressed casually, hoodie on, sunglasses at night, very sneaky link behavior. And guess who walks out 45 seconds later? A man wearing a Yankees cap and holding two phones, one of which is reportedly Remy's. Naturally, the internet did what it does best. Zoomed in, enhanced, and went full CSI. Within hours, fans were posting comparisons, linking the mystery man to a battle rapper who's been craving attention since he was shot down on live radio last year. But it wasn't just the footage, it was the attitude that followed. Instead of addressing the rumors, Remy Ma went on a cryptic posting spree, reposting quotes about letting go, learning from mistakes, and not letting your past define you. Girl, if that's not an accidental confession wrapped in a mood board, I don't know what is. And poor Papoose, silent. Not a tweet, not a subtle bar, just total silence. The kind of silence that screams, I saw everything, and I'm done. But what makes this even worse is that Papoose had just thrown Remy a surprise celebration 2 weeks earlier. He invited friends, gave a speech, and even cried talking about how proud he was of her comeback. Imagine pouring your heart out on stage for the world to see, while your partner is sneaking into hotels with someone else's hoodie on. Yeah, that's the type of betrayal you don't come back from. And yet, Remy is reportedly trying. Hard. According to an alleged friend of the couple, Remy has been calling, texting, and even showing up uninvited to Papoose's events, trying to patch things up. But sources say he's not budging. She messed up big, the source said. This wasn't just a one-time thing. There's more, much more, and Pap knows it. So, the footage is out. The whispers have turned into trending hashtags. And Papoose still hasn't said a word. But guess who has been talking? Remy's team. And let's just say, the spin they're putting on this is so messy. It makes Ja Rule's Fyre Festival promo look like a TED Talk. Within hours of the hotel footage going viral, Remy's publicist released a vague statement to clear the air. And brace yourself for this level of gaslighting. Miss Reminisce Mackey has always prioritized family, growth, and healing. While the internet chooses chaos, she chooses peace. Girl, you chose a hotel keycard, not peace. And the internet, oh, they chose violence. Fans weren't buying it, not for a second. One TikTok went viral with over 2 million views, captioned, POV, you watched Remy Ma talk about loyalty for 15 years, only to see her move like a city girl with a burner phone. Meanwhile, Papoose's supporters were launching hashtag Pap Deserves Better campaigns across every platform. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, even LinkedIn had a post dragging Remy for failing the professional standard of commitment. Like what? But the real drama? That came when the voicemails dropped. Yes, voicemails. Plural. Someone, somewhere, probably an ex-staffer with an axe to grind and a fully charged iPhone, leaked 3 separate recordings of Remy in full breakdown mode. In one, she's sobbing and repeating, "He won't even look at me. I messed up, I messed up. I thought he'd forgive me." In another, she says, "It wasn't supposed to go this far. It was never real. I just needed to feel something." Excuse us, you just needed to feel something? Sis, go get a massage. Don't wreck the man who built his brand on protecting you. And the third voicemail? That one broke the internet. "If you leave me, I don't know who I am anymore. You're the only one who really saw me. The only one who waited." When that leaked, Remy Ma became a national headline. The memes were instant. The reaction videos were brutal. One YouTuber titled their breakdown, "When the villain realizes she's not the main character anymore." But let's not pretend this was just about the cheating. Nope. Because now, new accusations are surfacing, and they reveal an entire web of manipulation and deception that's been going on for months. 2 anonymous sources, both claiming to have been part of Remy's media team during her recent tour, say Remy knew the scandal was about to surface. She was aware of the hotel footage, and instead of coming clean, she allegedly tried to spin a fake PR redemption story. She started doing charity events, school visits, and interviews focused on women's empowerment. She literally told us, "They'll forget everything if we make it look like I'm doing the work," one source claimed. Another added that Remy insisted all her photos be edited to show her wedding ring, even when she wasn't wearing it. She thought visuals would shut down the rumors. And it only gets worse. According to reports, Remy even approached a well-known gossip site and offered them money for a soft spin article. The blog declined. Want to know why? Because even they deem the story too messy to clean up. When the mess merchants won't even touch it, you know it's bad. As this chaos unfolded, celebrities started chiming in, some showing support, others not so much. Cardi B tweeted something cryptic. "Y'all don't know what PPL go through behind closed doors. Stay humble, stay honest." People quickly interpreted it as a subtle jab at Remy, especially since Cardi and Papoose had always shared mutual respect. Fat Joe, who's been close to Remy for years, stayed quiet at first. But during an impromptu Instagram Live, someone directly asked him, "Are you disappointed in Remy?" He paused, stared at the camera, and replied, "I'm disappointed in a lot of things lately." Ouch. Meanwhile, Remy's attempts to get Papoose to talk privately were failing. One source close to Papoose stated, "He doesn't want a conversation. He wants space. She's crossed too many lines." Another added, "He stood by her for so long to be humiliated like this. Now, Remy's finally realizing what it feels like when the public sympathy train doesn't stop at your station." This isn't the same as before. This isn't Remy fresh out of prison, ready for a comeback. This is Remy just ruined the only man who ever protected her, and now she's watching her downfall replayed everywhere. While her team tries to spin the situation, Remy is showing signs of cracking. She recently canceled 2 appearances, citing exhaustion. But insiders claim she had a breakdown backstage after seeing a fan holding a sign that read, "Where's your loyalty now?" The backlash is only growing. Clips, fan compilations, deep dives, even shady podcasts are feasting on this story. One popular host joked, "Remy Ma played herself trying to be Future in heels." And honestly, the streets are talking. At this point, it's not just about betrayal, it's a pattern, and the evidence is piling up. But it's not over yet, because what comes next could be the final blow to Remy's public image. Here we are, Remy Ma's image tarnished. Papoose, silent but not stagnant. And the public, they've made their decision, and it's not looking good for Remy. After days of silence and behind-the-scenes pleas, Papoose finally acted. And no, it wasn't a sit-down interview or a passive-aggressive lyric. It was a calculated move, a formal separation notice filed publicly through his lawyer. Yes, according to multiple sources and now viral legal documents circulating online, Papoose has filed for legal separation, citing irreconcilable betrayal and public humiliation. Oof, but wait, it gets even messier. Attached to the paperwork was a cease and desist letter demanding Remy stop using his name, image, or their marriage for promotional purposes. Let that sink in. The man who once made Black Love his whole brand is now legally forbidding her from profiting off their past. A source close to Papoose said, "He's done. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally done." She begged. She cried. He didn't flinch. He said, "You embarrassed me publicly. Now live with the consequences publicly." And folks, she's living it. Remy's endorsements, gone. Her beauty brand partnership, quietly pulled from shelves. That documentary series she was pitching about rebuilding her image after prison? Yeah, that deal is officially dead. But the biggest blow? A rumored IRS audit, sparked by anonymous tips claiming Remy was channeling appearance fees through shell companies under fake names. We're not saying it's true, but the timing sure is suspicious. And while all of this went down, Papoose dropped a cryptic post that sent the internet into a frenzy. Just a black screen with white text, "Protect your peace, even if it means walking away from what you prayed for." No names, no tags, but everyone knew who it was about. Meanwhile, Remy Ma was spotted by paparazzi leaving a Manhattan studio, eyes red, hood up, surrounded by handlers. When asked if she had any comment on Papoose's filing, she simply replied, "I just want my family back. That's all I want." But the damage? It's already done. And the industry? Watching closely. Behind the scenes, insiders say some feel vindicated. One executive reportedly told a media contact, "She always thought she was untouchable. This is what happens when you gamble with the only person who ever bet on you." Even Fat Joe, who's been loyal to Remy since the Terror Squad days, is reportedly keeping his distance, unsure how to handle the fallout without damaging his own brand. And then came the breakdown. It happened at a pop-up event in Atlanta, Remy's first public appearance since the scandal blew up. She was scheduled to speak on a women's empowerment panel. The organizers begged her not to cancel, saying, "Just show up, say something, remind people who you are." And she did. She arrived, took the mic, stood in front of a room full of women, and broke down mid-sentence. "I've made mistakes. I lost myself. I lost my family." And then she paused. Her voice cracked. Tears fell. She looked at the crowd and said, "I had something genuine, and I destroyed it. I thought I was tough enough to balance everything, but I wasn't even tough enough to be honest." There was stillness. No applause, no cheers, just silent disappointment. She exited the stage shortly after. That's when a fan captured it all on video, posting the footage with the caption, "When you realize the internet forgives faster than those you betrayed." It went viral within an hour. Now, this is where things truly shifted. For the first time, even Remy Ma's most dedicated supporters began to turn against her. The Reddit threads were harsh. "We stood by you through jail, feuds, and cancellations. But this was selfish." Instagram comments flooded with black hearts turning gray. One fan wrote, "I defended you for years. I can't do it this time." Even fashion bloggers began calling her out, posting side-by-side pictures of her iconic looks next to her recent ones, stating, "The crown fell off. She just hasn't realized it yet. And as Remy spiraled, guess who kept winning quietly? Papoose. He didn't rant. He didn't throw shade. He just focused on himself. Booked gigs. Posted selfies with fans. Shared moments with his daughter. When asked by a journalist how he was holding up, all he said was, "Real peace doesn't need to be posted. I'm good." Mic drop. So now we're here. The once celebrated queen of loyalty has become the face of public downfall. The same woman who once rapped, "I'll never fold, I'll never break," is now sitting in silence, while the man she broke stands taller than ever. And the final twist? A leaked text conversation between Remy and a close friend revealed she was thinking about going on a major talk show. "To tell her truth," she said. But the friend replied, "Your truth came out on that hotel footage. There's nothing more to say." Brutal, but honest. So what's next for Remy Ma? Can she rebuild her image? Will she ever regain the trust of fans? Or more importantly, the man she betrayed? Is there even a way forward when your own actions burned the bridge? One thing's certain. This isn't just a tale about cheating. It's a story about power, ego, and what happens when you confuse public praise with private loyalty. And now, it's a story that ends with Remy Ma begging the one man who never needed a spotlight to shine. The real question is, will he ever even glance her way again? So now that the dust has settled, and Remy Ma is left wiping away tears while Papoose walks off like the unbothered legend he is, let's get to the real question. Is there any way back from this? Do you think Remy deserves forgiveness? Or did she just commit the ultimate betrayal of black love and expect applause for the performance? Because we've seen twists before, but this right here, this is a lesson in self-sabotage. Let's not forget, Papoose stood by her through prison, public backlash, and industry snakes. And this is the gratitude? A hotel hookup, a PR cover-up, and some tear-filled, "I just needed to feel something" voicemails? Please. So now, we need you to weigh in. Is this the fall of Remy Ma or the start of her redemption? Will she ever recover her brand, her money, or her man? Drop your raw thoughts in the comments. Team Pap or Team Remy? We're watching closely. And if you thought this episode of Heartbreak and Scandal was too real to be true, buckle up. At Gossip Star Vibe, the drama never rests. And we've got more exclusives, leaks, and messy receipts coming faster than Remy can erase her DMs. So hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell if you live for truth, tea, and trouble. This is Gossip Star Vibe, where the rumors are hot, the facts are questionable, and the drama is always guaranteed viral. Stay tuned, stay woke, and stay messy.